Hello farmers, welcome back to Selendra. Today we're going to be busy trying to get the sawmill packed enough to hopefully run for a few months anyways. Let's jump into the Fiat and head on over there because we need the Fiat to hook on up to the yarder. Then we're going to go ahead and hook up the yarder to a tree somewhere. Just got to pick a tree that's general to where we're going to be cutting down a few trees and then bring it on over to the sawmill. I will have to bring over the telehandler probably to move some of these pallets that we have here. Only spawns 2 and we're pretty much full in the sawmill. So we'll have to remove some of those pallets so we can go ahead and keep on making some planks. If I remember correctly, we can go ahead and just turn off. Why are you still rolling forward? Stop rolling forward. You were turned off. Alright, let me go back here because that's going to be kind of crucial for dropping off the wood. Alright, now we come back here. It should be just press R, right? Is it press R? Wasn't close enough. Oh, that's right, I gotta lower. I'm like, why won't they accept it? I forgot. So used to the other one? Yep, be nice if we lower it. Lower it on down. Then we can turn off the tractor, I hope. There we go, now we grab that. And it's kind of nice to have this little seed or tree planting thing here so I can jump over the fence line. Let's go ahead and... Alright, we do got some... The sawmill's going to be in the way, really. Let's go ahead and... Alright, attach to that one either way. Alright, so follow me, please. And we're going to go ahead and kind of start... closer to the mill. That way we get the trees out of the way. Let's go ahead and just... Okay, that one just completely disappeared, so never mind. What's holding that one up? I have no idea. Let's go ahead and hitch it on up. And you know what? We'll send it on off to the mill. Just to get out of the way. Hopefully. Alright, up on the roof, that's where it should go. And disable detached trees. And then fall back to me. There we go. Now we're kind of going. That sawmill is going to hold more than what we're going to put into it today, but at least it'll be good for a month or two. Alright, we're going to crisscross the trees here. Something you should never do, but it's farming simulator, so it'll be fine. Probably won't fall down because they're leaning up against one another. Or they could just go ahead and do that. I don't think the yarder is strong enough. To grab the whole tree. Oh, you know what I'm not doing? Raise. Gotta remember to raise it on up. Alright, should be good there. Bring it on back. Yeah, having the yarder is definitely a lot easier for me than trying to use a trailer with a grabber arm on it. It just won't work for me. Let's see if it can actually... I mean, it's attaching to a whole tree, which kind of surprises me. Let's go ahead and pick it on up. And send it off. Well, actually, it shouldn't surprise me. Well, that kind of surprised me. But the one we used on Silver Run could take 2 trees. So, yeah, this should be able to take 1. Let's see if it can take it this time. You're gonna take it on back. I must hit the wrong key. You're gonna pop off again. Yep. All right. So this was a little bit of the worry that I had with the wall being here, and I cannot I can't delete the wall with the Easy Developer mod. You're not going to hook up to this tree here? There we go. Yeah, this should work now, I hope. And also on the construction mod, I can't get rid of it either. Yeah, that tree does not want to go into the mill at all. So as I was saying, it was nice to have the yarder to get the trees into the mill, but it worked good the first few times we were doing it, but now it's going to be a little bit of a hassle. All right, that one's going to go up and over. And it should be able to reach this tree no problem. Bring it on up. And send it. Yeah, so I think I'll keep cutting the trees in half. It'll look like a mess there because we're not, well, at least I'm not taking the limbs off. Yep, it's coming on back. Where is the cable actually going? Alright, so it's going in here. These are spruce trees that we're cutting down. I'll probably just replant the spruce trees. I cannot do the lodgepole pine. And the sawmill's here just to help us bring in a little bit of cash. It's not really what's going to be helping out the farm too much. That's what the fabric and spinnery is for. I don't know if I actually get more liters of wood by not cutting off the limbs. I'm going to guess not. But if we do, well, that's why we're no good reason to leave the limbs on, I guess. Yes, that tree just fell off. So I'm guessing the wall doesn't quite agree with the trees going over it. Let's see, is this one going to disappear? Nope, that one did not disappear. This one seems like a big tree. Takes a while to cut through that one. I was kind of hoping it would cut right through that tree right there and knock it on down. Strap it there. You're going to strap up to this one too. There we go. That's what I wanted. Not the flashlight though. And don't take me with you. Alright, and I think we're attached to that one there. Trying to cut it from this angle because the tree always falls to the left. Oh, you were there for a second. Nope, stop it. Where are you? Well, it sounded like it fell over, but it did not. I think what I'll try to do is I'll hook up the yarder right to the base, if it will. It's one of those things that once you get used to the keys again, it's easy to use the yarder, but the first couple of trees, I was like, what button does what now? And it's a little different than the sawmill on Silver Run. Silver Run had, you know, when the logs got into the pond, it would take them automatically. I just got to keep my eye on the upper left-hand corner where it shows the yarder. I wait for it to get to where the yarder is, and I release the trees, and then call it on back. Are you going to hitch right up to this, or am I have to? Oh, it will. Okay. Okay. Tree still isn't going to fall down. Alright, let's go up to the sawmill, and we're going to go ahead and have it take. Sounds like I left my tractor running. I actually thought I turned it off. The trigger for the trees is here. Oops, I forgot to release that one. Oh no, it is released. It's just on top of the Fiat, that's all. We'll just do this. And this tree here, oh, we actually got a couple of them. Stuck in the wall. There we go. It's freed up. Yeah, I tried construction mode. I tried easy developer mod to delete that wall. That is a no-go. This tree here does not want to go into the mill, but it's going to, one way or another. I see. So I always thought the tractor was turning off, but when you call the yarder, your tractor actually starts right up. And if you don't use it, then the tractor shuts off. I want to remove the yarder rope so I can come over here and... no, I don't want to do that, but since we're here... So I only brought in 8,000 liters of wood? But those trees really don't bring in that much material. And looks like I got another tree here. Just toss it over like that. And once I figure out where the trigger is, I think it's going to be right there, maybe. Alright, 9,000 liters of wood. Not a great deal. Whoops, there's a... Didn't see this tree hiding behind here. Yeah, so the yarder would work really good here if it wasn't for the walls around here. Alright, 10,000 liters, that's not too bad. Let's go ahead and leave the yarder right there. I may have to come up with something different for that setup. Alright, we'll have to grab the telehandler next. Go over there and move those pallets around. Don't want to sell them until next summer if I can help it. Same thing with the fabric. The fabric, definitely want to wait until at least March. Let's grab the electric telehandler, which I know doesn't quite fit the area that we're in, but mainly what we're trying to do here is not use anything over 200 horsepower, and of course now also not go over 1.5 million on the loan. but try to use somewhat of the machinery that they would around here. I did look at telehandlers for modded ones and couldn't really find one that looked pleasing, I guess, is what I want to call it. Most of them were all new telehandlers. And I've been wanting to try an this electric telehandler for quite a while. So I guess for now we're just going to go ahead and store them right up against the wall, I suppose. It's going to spawn in right behind me, aren't you? No, it's going to wait. So I'm thinking about getting that small trailer, but if I want to have as many pallets as I think I might have, may have to get a bigger trailer to stack these on top of. I just got to make sure I get myself a trailer with straps on it. Like on East Violent, I'm using the baling trailer, and every time I use move my flour on that one, I don't have no straps to strap in my pallets. But things have been going rather well, where I haven't tipped nothing over yet. But now that I mention it, they probably will. Nope, you stay right there. I'm just waiting for a pallet to spawn in right behind me when I'm moving these around. Let's see, we got only 6. I'm like, yeah, there should be some more coming out here. And after I get done with this, we'll head on over to the spinnery and see what needs to be moved over there. So that's 8. Yeah, I was ready to say, it might have one more pallet. This might be the last one right here, because this would be 11. I knew I had 10 in total. So I'm going to guess this is the last one for now. Yep. Although one will be spawning here soon, but that'll be good enough. Never try to use a pallet fork for me, right from the back. Can't really see what's going on. Yeah, even though I thought these bumps in the road were kind of nice in the beginning, here we are, episode 7. Yeah, they're starting to just get to me a little bit. Meaning I might go ahead and smooth them on out. Alright, am I actually storing fabric yet? No, we're not. It is a very, very tight squeeze. In here, trying to get the fabric. Let's narrow up these prongs just a little bit on the pallet forks. I think me working in the wintertime on Farming Simulator is no good for me because of all the flickering. Not as bad as it used to be. I did clear up my shader cache every time I load into the game. Then I walk around for like 5 minutes so all the shaders can load in. But every once in a while I'll do some flickering. But I think we are all set for the month of December anyways. Do I want to look at the store page? I mean, we'll have a look at it, but I mean, not really looking for anything to buy. The 65,000 needs us to get us into the springtime. And we're losing, was it like, I forgot how much we're losing a night, like 8,000? 8,000, 9,000, somewhere in there. Between the loan interest, paying the horse helper, production costs, property maintenance, all that wonderful stuff. Alright, let me just have a quick look at a few things before we go on through the night. So I just want to make sure the horses are worth 911. So if the horse helper is actually working, which I'm pretty sure it is, they should be worth more tomorrow. We should actually have a lot more sheep tomorrow as well, so that's looking good. Let me hide the inactive stuff. So yeah, the wood can hold 110,000. We'll probably won't get that high, but we'll just keep it going little by little. And of course, our level 3 spinnery now should be able to keep up with the greenhouses, so it should keep up with that. It can hold 15,000 liters of fabric in there, so that's pretty darn good. And in the store page, well, there's a Zetor or a Zetor. I don't know how to pronounce it. 171 horsepower, but I think we're good on tractors and such. So let's see. We checked the store page. We checked on the animals, and we checked our production buildings. Nothing left to do here. Oh yeah, someone did let me know. So yeah, we only got to 98% on our fields here. The other 2% is because we didn't do any mulching. So that's where the other 2% would come in from. So thank you for that, because I kind of forgot all about the mulching part. But overall, it is what it is. Let's go ahead and we're just going to sleep until 9 o'clock in January. Is there going to be any snow on the ground? There was snow in the forecast, but I didn't see... Okay, I saw a couple of snowflakes there. And we're waking up to it snowing. So, let's see, about about $7,000 or $8,000 we're losing a night. So that's not overall that bad. Alright, let me just check on a couple things. Hide inactive again. So, the spinnery must have spawned. Okay, so it still can't keep up with the cotton. Even at level 3? Alright, so how much cotton did it spawn? Or not cotton, but how much fabric did it make? Overnight. I see at least 2 pallets there. Okay. I guess we'll come over here and just check on the sawmill instead of checking on the chart. That's still got 6,000 liters, 4,000 liters of planks in storage. And I'm not going to be able to jump over that, but let's run on over and see how the sheep are doing. I did bring over the wool from yesterday to be processed. And that is more than what they had yesterday, so we should have... We do have 52 sheep. The food is looking pretty darn good. And on the horses, they are now worth 1,038. So the horses are being taken care of by the horse helper. The amount of food they got in there, that should last them until we get some crop in the ground next year. We'll have a quick look at the store page. Cultivator. I know some people wanted me to cultivate, but we do have a direct drill. We're not going to change that right away because we just changed the fent out for the Fiat. And we also changed out the plow as well. Yeah, the plow was a little bit problematic for what we have. So I can't believe the spinnery at level 3 can't keep up with the 4 greenhouses. I think what we might do for the time being is let's go ahead and let's change 2 of the greenhouses maybe. I could make it just half. Oh, I don't have. But it's going through the water. You know what? I'm just going to leave it as is right now. Who knows? I may upgrade the spinnery next season. Have to wait and see. Because we got plenty of storage in the spinnery. I mean, it can hold 135,000 liters. So if we do ever get really full, and I don't upgrade the spinnery, I could just change out the greenhouses then. And we'll let the the spinnery catch up, and then make the greenhouses make maybe strawberries or something like that. All right, so that was January. This will be February coming on up. I wonder if all the snow we got in January is going to be piled up here. Well, it's snowing once again. Down to 48,000, so we're not losing as much cash as I thought we would. All right, the snow is piling on up. A little crunchy on the ground. So it looks like it'll spawn 4 pallets. We're up to 46,000 liters of cotton. That spinnery doesn't seem to be pushing out as fast as I was hoping. And the sawmill, is it still running or are we full? We're almost out of wood, but it's still running. As for the store, well, there's a Voltra. But like I said, tractors don't need so much a spader, which, you know, and of course, a combination with a plow, subsoiler, if you will. Yeah, I could have bought that for half price, but I needed it last year. As for the sheep, let me just check on the sheep here. Sheep got plenty of food. Horses, they're starting to get a little bit low on the hay, but overall, for how fast they're going through it, or how slow they're going through it, it's not affecting them too much currently. So, yeah, nothing to do in the month of February. So I think we're just going to go ahead and get on right to the month of March. And yeah, we'll get up at 9 o'clock. I thought about getting up at 8, but we're not going to have that much to do in the month of March either. And is the snow going to be gone, or snow's gone? It is raining out, apparently. We can hear it raining. And on the store, a trailer, but we got ourselves a decent trailer. We can always upgrade that. The grass is looking pretty good. It says ready for harvest, but it's not at the full height it can be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it can spawn up to 5 pallets of fabric. So we got 5, 6, 7, 8 pallets. And we do got one in storage. It's ready to have another one. Yeah, we can almost upgrade the spinnery again. But now it's starting to get a little expensive to upgrade it. We're going to be talking pretty close to $52,000. Somewhere in that general area. How we doing here? Materials missing. Alright, so how much can that store? That can store 15 planks. Or pallets, I'm sorry. So that's not too bad. Alright, so we do got planks to sell. What is the current price of all this stuff? I mean, it's not going to be the greatest. So planks in the month of March, well, it's pretty much at its lowest. Highest is $14.29. And yeah, it's not quite there. So right now is not a good time to sell it. The fabric should be going on up. And those prices are looking good. We'll just say 3,500, and the highest it can get is 3,800 in a couple months in May. Since we're not really hurting for money, I think we'll hold on to that and try to get the bang for our buck. It's not going to matter that much. Let's go ahead, and another thing I want to do, possibly today, now we can kind of see our money situation. They already planted over here? Alright. Field 27 has nothing in it, and Field 28 has nothing in it. But when I go to farmland, Field 27 is now Lot 33. We're going to buy that. And Lot 32 is only 9,000 or 10,000. We're going to go ahead and buy that. So over here, we're going to plant sorghum. And fields 32, 33. And over here, this one big field that we have, we're going to plant oats. At least that is the plan here. Since I'm on that map, what do we need done over here? Well, neither field need to be plowed. Neither field needs lime. Hasn't been rolled. But we'll do that after we plant. It just needs fertilizer. So it's ready for planting, actually. And we should be able to plant. We can plant oats, and we can't plant sorghum. Let's see. What time is the rain going to stop? I don't want to plant. I don't want to start seeding in the rain. Well, it's going to stop raining here in the next hour or so. So even after all that, we still got 17 grand in the bank account. Did I check on the store this morning? I did. Trailers. So this is the trailer I was thinking about getting for transporting our pallets around. And of course, what I would do is do that right there. But that's really going to hold if I stack it too high, not high enough, but 2 tiers of stacking, it'll probably hold about 8 pallets. So it's not quite big as I would like it to be. Story of my life. Let's scroll over here and see what other trailers. I mean, a low loader. I mean, that would hold a lot, but we don't need something like that. A baling trailer might be something. But if I remember, they don't have straps on them, right? At least the ones I was using don't have straps on them. Does this one have straps on it? It must have straps on it. But then again, that's like way too big. I'll have to do some searching in between episodes for a decent, I don't want nothing. I mean, that's too big for around here. So maybe something half that size. But the other one I was looking at seems too small. That just seems too small. Yeah, I don't know what to get it all figured on out here. All right, let's jump into the Fiat. Get it fired up here. I might have more seed and fertilizer back up at the store. So since I'm waiting for the rain to stop, I'm going to go over to the store. We'll top off the seed and fertilizer, what's left there, and we'll get ready to plant. Let's see here. Oats. There we go. We have enough fertilizer back at the shop, but one thing I don't have any back there was seed. So I went ahead and purchased a bag. Didn't fill up the drill, but that should be enough to get the oats planted here this morning. As we wait for the rain to stop, since we're waiting for the rain to stop, which should be at any moment, really. I mean, the forecast is, unless the forecast changed. At 10 o'clock, it says sunny out, so rain should be stopping here shortly, although it doesn't look like it's going to. I'm going to head on over to the sheep pasture because they got a couple thousand liters of wool, so we'll get that on over to be processed. So now that we got 56 sheep, and actually in 2 more months we'll have another 26. Those mature sheep that we bought at the beginning are halfway through reproduction. Yeah, I'm thinking we may have to switch those greenhouses over. Maybe switch it, leave them making cotton on all of them. but also maybe making another product as well. Alright, this is not going to work, I don't think, because it's kind of bumpy around here, but we'll see if I can do it. Nope. Can't do it at all. Alright, so I'll just grab one at a time. Not the way I thought I was going to knock it over, but alright. And just like that, the rain stopped at the snap of a finger at 10:15. And so there is a 2,000 liters brought into the spinnery, so that should be good to go. Yeah, I just don't feel like upgrading the spinnery is... I mean, it's able to hold more, but the production, even though every time we do it, it's multiplying the production, doesn't seem like it's going as fast as I thought it would. I may max it out at ×5, so it'll kind of equal like the no handcuffs mod, where that was at, you know, multiples of 5. But I'm not going to do that right now. I think we're just going to go ahead and switch the greenhouses over to making something. And I'll set those pallets on selling directly. That way I won't have to go down there and sell them myself. Because I didn't leave myself enough room for like a telehandler or something like that to go down there to grab pallets. So let's go ahead and do that now while I wait for the ground to dry out just a little bit. Let's go ahead and... Alright, let's see. What should I make here? I mean, strawberries seem like a good thing. Yeah, let's just go with strawberries, seed, and solid fertilizer. Activate that. I'm going to come on down here. Strawberries. I'm going to go ahead and just put it on selling. And we're actually going to deactivate this. So instead of going half and half on all of them, it's just be easier to maintain two of these greenhouses. So activate and deactivate. And strawberries on over to selling. That should be good. What do strawberry... I even forgot how much strawberries go for. I mean, not a great price, but it's bringing in something, right? And of course, right now the price is dropping. So we'll see if the spinnery can keep up with that. Speaking of the spinnery, so what's it got in there right now? 55,000. So we'll see how it does. I mean, the fabric's going to be great here in a couple months when we sell that at almost $4,000 a pop. Looks like all the other farmers got their fields already sown. Let's jump into this beautiful Fiat. And we are planting some oats. So this is all for the horses. And of course the straw is for their bedding, but if we get a good amount of straw, we'll go ahead and sell it. The grass field, it should be ready for harvest and cutting next month. And I am thinking, well, may go ahead and actually make silage bales. Because those will take a little while to ferment. Because I'm kind of out of storage area for bales right now, which is kind of odd. But now that this is going to be our first full year here in Selendra, you can get an idea of what we're looking for and what we're trying to shape our farm into. See if the fields are shaped up the way we want them to be. Yeah, so like this little part of the field in here, I may just go ahead and get rid of it. Not this year, but in the future. this is why this seed drill right here, I know a couple people said it's too big for the area, which it may be. But when you start getting fields like this size here, it's going to take a while for me to get this planted. And then this right here should be good enough for our horses for another year. So much so we may go ahead and buy ourselves some more horses when it comes time for harvest. I may not buy another 6. I think that holds 16, that stable. We got 6. I would like them just to reproduce. That way I don't have to go ahead and buy them. But the whole purpose of that stable there is to bring them over to the horse trading facility, which we don't have yet. But that's the whole purpose of racing the horses. And plus, I really haven't gotten into racing horses yet on Farming Simulator 22. I did notice when I was editing last episode, this Fiat is a little bit louder than other tractors, so in editing I tried to adjust the volumes correctly, so hopefully it sounds well enough. So now that we own 2 fields on the other end of town, next month we'll be, like I said, be planting sorghum over there. And maybe little by little we can buy more land over there, plant some more, and if everything goes well in about maybe 4 years, 3 or 4 years, we can plant other materials other than what our horses and sheep need, and we can sell grain as well. Not going heavy on productions on this series either. Just using the ones that are on the map and the greenhouses, and then also the riding facility, training facility. Get this little corner here. Try to get it all. Of course, now at the same time, we do have to pay off that $1.5 million loan that I have. I think we're going to be okay. We got to that first winter, and that was going to be the roughest part. But now with the spinnery up and running as well as it is, meaning it's got plenty of material in there. It looks like we're making about 2,000 to 3,000 liters of fabric a month. That's going to offset our payments at midnight. And of course, the more sheep we get, the more we can bring on in, and it'll double the production of fabric, because it's not just making cotton in the fabric, it's also making wool in the fabric. But you already know that. Now, I do believe parts of this field will have been fertilized once already. When we merge the fields together, that should count as a stage of fertilization. The rest of the field, though, will need to be fertilized. I'm just going to fertilize it again after the crop grows. The one thing I won't have to worry about is the weeds, because we're not doing weeds. But we will have to roll it. And we already have a roller. But we'll roll it next month after we get planting our sorghum. Fiat is having no problem hauling this around, planting. I did a double check on the working speed of this drill, and it is 9 miles an hour. It's going to be a good harvest this fall, I think. Yeah, smaller maps are not really my thing, but I've always wanted to give it a try. And harvesting the fields last year when they were that small, I realized some people said we're using a big harvester for the area. But it's not like I can go that much smaller. I mean, yeah, we can go smaller, but it's not like that much smaller. But harvesting those small fields, it only took about a minute and a half. I was like, yeah, I'm going to be buying these fields and merging them together. I'm not going to, you know, like buy... Well, we'll probably be buying all the fields eventually at some point because they are rather cheap. But I'm not going to buy them and merge them all together if I can. We're going to have, you know, maybe, you know, like maybe that field, that cornfield there, that was a cornfield last year, may merge it with this one. But like all those fields in front of us, I won't merge it with this field here. And same goes for the other side of town, if you want to call it that. I'm not going to buy all the fields there and just make one huge field. I'll probably make multiples of fields. I actually think I got enough seed and fertilizer to get those 2 fields done tomorrow. But if not, well, it's not that big of a deal. It's not going to cost us that much to fill this back on up. It's only $800 for a bag of seed. And I don't know how much fertilizer I got left in that bag that's at the store. All right. A field of oats. Horses will be happy. Let me just jump on out here, see what we're looking like. So right now, year bonus is saying 73%, but of course we still got to fertilize it again, and then we got to roll it. Should be all good though. Let's go ahead and put the drill away for now. I will have to come up with some way to wash our equipment and vehicles. I don't want to use the standard pressure washer like we always have, so I'm going to go ahead and look on the Mod Hub for pressure washers, what other types there are. I think this summer we'll go ahead and do some more landscaping around here. Tidy up some of the roadways around here, as one would, I would think. Keep going over those bumps and such is not good for your equipment. So all those roads that lead to our fields will probably go ahead and just take care of. Alright, we are going to take a ride over. I just want to take a look at those 2 fields to get a better understanding of how big they are. Not that it matters, they are the size that they are, but if you give us a good idea. And plus we'll go past our greenhouses to see how the strawberries are looking. Yeah, so probably buy some land. I don't know if I want to buy this one right here. That's got the beehives into it. We do own the beehives, so we are making honey, or they're making honey. But they got 2 nice little sheds there, and you could probably park the combine in there. But it also has a pigsty that's there. Not that I want to get involved in pigs in this map. But I may go ahead and sell the pig pen and maybe do some more storage or something like that. Looks like some cotton's ready to be picked. So I do believe it's this field right here that we bought, along with this one right here. Nope, that's the one with sugar beet into it. This is the one. Okay, we do own this one. So where is the other? Okay, so it's way back here. Alright, so I mean, they're decent size. Not going to merge them together this year. Maybe after the harvest season, but sorghum will go in both of these right here. And that should be also a good amount of food for the horses as well. And I do believe the horses will be set, and as long as we just keep planting some every year, it'll be more than good. And if we get a surplus, we can always go ahead and sell it when the price is right. And of course, we'll make a little bit of money here and there from the strawberries. There was one, it was this greenhouse here. So we're doing fine. The water, I did fill them up with water, 20,000 liters apiece, but they're down to like 6,000. Seeds and fertilizer should be good for a little while longer. I mean, it's been 6 months and they've gone maybe through half of the seed and fertilizer. So hopefully by this fall, when they need it again, we'll actually have a decent amount of cash. But now we're selling some strawberries, we hope. And yeah, the spinnery is going to be doing well for us. And of course, we got those planks to sell as well. And now we got a field of oats, so it's all looking good. I'm going to cut through these people's backyard and head on back home. Do some farm planning, I think, the rest of the day, and try to figure out next plan of attack other than what we just went over. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in Selendra, but until then, have a good one.